The gas tank is like right there. You gotta be careful. You don't ding it. Hope everybody's having a good night. It is. What day is it? Is it Monday or Tuesday? Jeepers, I don't even know. It's Tuesday, I think. I guess if it's Monday. No, it's Tuesday. The moto was live this morning. The easiest way to tell. Tuesday night. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday night out there. We're going to be working on this Infiniti G37 that I got for the price of a used lawnmower. A used rider. I'd say a used rider mower. Going pretty heavy on synthwave music tonight. Darla, good to see you this evening. Hope you're having a good night. We're gonna put this up in the air quick, so I'm gonna mute this before I get talking. What's up, Mike? Hope you're having a good evening. Thank you. Wishing you the same. Hope everybody's doing good. Thanks for checking in. I'm gonna try to mute this here. All right, should be back now. Some vocals. I'm just gonna check to make sure it unmuted. It's been a while since I've used this system. It looks like my voice is working just fine. Hopefully let me know if the background's too loud. If it's too loud, I can bump it down a little bit. Mike said, yes, sir. I just got home. My days are unreasonably long nowadays, but I know it's for the betterment of my people here. Brown Chicken trolling me with the no audio. How's it going, bro? Hope you're having a good night. Brown Chicken. I had a couple of them in my yard today. Thank you, Mike. That's BC's way of, letting me know we're good. If he said the audio sounds great, I'd be like, oh shit, we got problems. No, thanks, Darla, Mike. I appreciate it. Mike, appreciate what you're doing for America, brother. I mean, honestly, you're in the trenches of what needs to be changed the most. So props to you, bro. Major props for that. Brown Chicken says no audio again. We're just going to give this a little shakedown. Shakedown, breakdown. This has been such a fun freaking car. My son asked me today, Dad, he talks in this exaggerated low voice. Hey, Dad, what's the fastest car you've ever owned? And I'm like, I don't know, probably our Corvette that we had. We bought a Corvette during COVID. Yeah, I know. It was a last year's C4, so it had a really cool, rare... I hate the word rare in Corvette. But it had the LT4, which had a lot of LS parts in it. It was like their redheaded stepchild for the LS. And then in 97, the LS came out. But in 96, they had the LT4, and you could only get it in a Grand Sport with a 6-speed manual. The thing was so underrated on the numbers. and it ripped. But yeah, this shock needs to be replaced. But numbers on paper, bro. This car is right there with it as far as barely horsepower. I think it weighs like 1,200. I think this car weighs a considerable. The Corvette was 2,800 pounds. This one's got to be 38 all day. Either way, it's all-wheel drive. It's more usable. It's nimble. It's fun. It was super cheap. And it looks good. It's reliable. I'm really stoked. Mike says, I appreciate that. It's hardworking, but it's extremely rewarding by seeing the betterment of people around me. Amen. That's what it's all about. Mike for America. Hell yeah, brother. The best thing about it, we say it all the time. We are not running to get reelected. We don't care about that. We want our people to reap the benefits of this amazing country. Exactly. Exactly, bro. We want to reap the benefits. Oh man, I could go off. I'm going to go off on a tangent quick. Thanks, Mike, for bringing that up. Because seriously, I think so I'm going to just say someone in close proximity to me, not my neighbor Rob, let's see here. I want to figure out how I say this so it sounds somewhat like you know what I'm talking about. So there was a Vietnam War. My Uncle Steve served this country valiantly, brave, and learned another language to be an interpreter in the bowels of hell for who knows how long. I guess my mom said that someone just recently did a huge write-up about it, and she never even knew what he had went through. So I need to go down that rabbit hole. But regardless, he did his time. He served. I remember my grandpa telling me stories about the night he took him or picked him up. I don't remember. I think it was the night he came home. It was the worst snowstorm we've ever had. And it took him like 2 hours to get home, and it was brutal. So where am I going with this, you say? Carrie, what are you talking about? So these people that live near me, I gotta watch my words because I go nuts. These little pussy ass bitches somehow found a way to sneak to Canada and evade going to serve this amazing country. And now they go for walks every day, up and down, wherever they want, free as a kite, free as a bird, free reaping all the benefits of this amazing country. They should be in jail. That is a straight up crime. Like, I get it. I would not want my son to go to a war that maybe I didn't agree with. But I signed up. Like, I did everything. I didn't serve, but I signed up for the draft and did whatever you're supposed to do at 18. And, like, if I got called, I would have went in a second. But to run away like a little coward, like a little bitch, and then come back and vote heavily liberal, and then reap all these rewards that our brothers and sisters in arms had fought for so long. I'm trying to find a tire gauge. And it just drives me nuts. It just makes me so mad. I see it every day, and it's all I can think about. Rob is a legend in his own mind, for sure. He is actually a legend. He broke his collarbone twice last summer. Twice. Same side. Broke it. Just about had her healed and then re-broke it. Could you imagine? I know where it is. I bet you it's in the... I just used it. This is embarrassing. Did I use it in the front room? I very well could have and left it up there. So I'm going to go up in my front office and check here real quick. because I have a bike room set up there too. So now I'm not only scattering shit all over this shop, I'm scattering it all over another shop. Yeah, I don't see it. I'll be darned. I'll be darned. It's got to be. Okay, I'm going to go look. I'll be right back. I just need a little flashlight. Here we go. No, it's going to be somewhere. What I hate about the tire gauge, I always put it on that shelf. I hang it on one corner all the time. But when I use it out of an environment that I'm not used to, like working out of the front office here, which we'll be doing for a while till it gets really hot and I turn the AC on, then we'll be back in the shop. As I check the tires on the Buell, and not here. So, what do we do? What do we do, people? Oh, what is this? Oh, this is a little heavy. I'm going to change this song. This one's a little, I mean, it's not a bad song, but it's not for what we're doing tonight. This one's a little Oriental. Mike said, Carrie, just wanted to say the second I met you on here, I recognize you're a true patriot. My hat is off to you, kind sir. Well, thank you, Mike. I really, really appreciate anybody that served our country. Patriotism, the belief in keeping good Christian morals and values in this country and focusing on us and nobody else. And I got to spend a lot of time with my great uncle Hans, who served in the Korean War as a mechanic. But I'm going to show you a picture here. Let's see, where are we? Try to get the glare. That's my Uncle Hans. That's the airplane he built in a garage right down the street from me, and then he took me for a ride in it when I was 10. I could have bought it from him when I was like 25 for 10 grand, but I didn't care. At the time I was into my ego, bikes and going fast and stupid shit. But look at all these true patriots right here. What an amazing country we have. Look at that bird behind him too. Or that's a really doing them a little disservice there, but I'm not, because we're talking about them and recognizing their sacrifice that they put forth for this country and our freedoms. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading here. I'm way behind on the chat, a few thousand messages. How do you deal with it, Mike? I'm just kidding. Caitlin Owens the Seal, good to see you in here. I agree. Vince, Storm Chaser, Vince, America. Caitlin Owens the Seal. My pop Mike, my dad's dad, served the country during the Vietnam War as part of the Marines. He had his leg amputated. Mike has an amputated leg too, but not no buts. I always screw it. People always feel like they need to walk on eggshells when they talk about Mike's amputated leg, but you don't need to, okay? So no matter what pours out of my mouth, Mike doesn't give a shit how I say it. But Mike got his leg removed by a drunk driver going 85. Not that we're comparing apples to apples, but Mike is also an amputee. So, Caitlin, there's a little bit of I also got beat by a Vietnam veteran in a race. I got to tell you about that too, Mike. I got beat by a legless Vietnam vet in my 30s on a motorcycle, dude. The dude, I gotta switch cameras here so I can articulate this story a little bit. Oh, no, I don't. Do I? Okay, something's messed up here. YouTube Studio is showing an overhead view. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay, here we are. All right, here I am. All right, so I'm riding along on my dirt bike. This is in a hour-and-a-half long race, just a hair scramble. So it's start to finish, 90 minutes. Every lap, you get your score written down on the fender. They write it down or write it down wherever, and you go off. And then that way they can track at the end who got lapped and figure out who won. But I'm coming around a corner, and I see this dude in a bike on top of him, and he's like struggling to get out from under the bike. And I'm like, you need some help? Because I'm arm pump. I can't feel my forearms at this point in the race. Can't breathe. On the verge of puking. And I'm like, do you need help? And he's like, no, keep going. And I'm like, I'm not here to race. I'm just here to ride and have fun. I said, I'll help you out. And so I picked his bike up, and I didn't know he didn't have another leg. He didn't have a leg. He just had a stub right here, gone. Like, gone. And he gets this nub up over the seat, and he like balances for a second. He starts it and just takes off. Just boom, done, gone. And he ended up obviously beating me in that race because I probably did another lap or two at my pace. But it was freaking amazing. What a legend that guy is. He was in his 60s at that, probably late 60s at that point, maybe even touching 70, which is nuts. So that's my amputee story. Ramsey Yelly. Okay, hold on here. I want to get this. Ramsey Yelly D. Ramsey Yelly D. Rob, bro, what are we doing? Talking a lot of shit right now. Shit. Hopefully get into this car. I'm trying to find a tire gauge so I can check tire pressure. I don't really care about that though. I just want to drain the oil, maybe put some new air fuel sensors in it because when I put a new engine in this, some rodents had chewed up the old air fuel sensors and I repaired them. Old Mac loves a good racing story, don't you, Old Mac? Good to see you in here, brother. Good to see you. I hope you had a great day today. Mike says that's high time, 8017. Good to see you in here. I've never seen you before. If I have, I apologize. Great to see you in here. Back again. Welcome for your first time. As well as Ramsey, which I'm just going to go with Ramsey. A girl in my high school, or I went to school with, her last name was Ramsey. Yelly. You can break it down too, because I'm special when it comes to reading words like that. But yeah, that was a fun story, Old Mac. And then one time, my very first or second hair scramble ever. Okay, we're still here. I had an electric start 450 and I'd practice hole shots. And somehow I got the hole shot. And it was all the way down a cornfield around the American flag. And they start these races with a freaking shotgun to the air, which is badass. So they shoot the shotgun, you all start and go. That engine start. Doesn't matter if you've got electric or kick. Figure it out. So I got it in gear, got the button, and just boom, just the second that piston detonated, that rear wheel was gone. And I was the first one to the flag. I went around the flag. Well, this is like literally my first or second race ever. And I got so scared that people were going to just like run me over once we got to the woods that I like literally went in the woods like a little bit until I heard the fast guys catching up. Obviously, I knew I was going to get beat real quick. So then I just pulled over and let them all pass and then just rode my race. Because that's what it's all about, is just riding your race. Because at this point in the game, I'm not getting sponsored. I'm not taking home any trophies. I just want to go and ride and have fun. So Mike's saying hi to Old Mac. Brown chicken, Old Mac, brother man. Good to see you in here. Glad everybody's here tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna go just on another expedition here and see if I can find this tire gauge. Really upsetting that, you know, it's probably right in front of me, but I always hang it right here. Really nice digital Matco branded tire gauge. So you just put it on the valve stem. I don't like these ones that are automatic or where you got to set the PSI. I also have like an old school tire gauge that just where it works. So we can just probably use that here in a second because it always goes that way. Once you stop looking for it, give it like 5-10 minutes and you'll trip on it. Or at least that's how my life works. And I also wanted to take a peek at the rear pads quick. I'm gonna grab this light here. I'm gonna switch the cameras around. Do a nice little transition there. How's that for smooth? We can look at the elevated car. I really want to get a Jetson 1. You guys should look up in the chat what a Jetson, Jetson, Jetson 1. It's a personal drone that you fly yourself with a ballistic parachute. They've been tested for years now. I've been following them for over 3 years. Insane. My neighbor Carl wants one because then he can fly low and slow and not have to leave far from home and just fly over fields and shit. He's like, oh man, he could afford one too. That's the thing about it, is he could afford one. But they're not FAA deal here in America. Even for experimental, I don't think you can get them. At least I haven't seen it. So, all right. We've accomplished about 15 minutes of time on absolutely nothing. Got a good old Patriot ran out though. I needed to get that out because it just bothers me so much that these people can just parade around and anywho, we're gonna make sure we got good. I mean, it's got a tire pressure monitor, but I don't know if I trust it, so it's always good just to check it. Then I guess I could look on the screen in the dealio and it would tell me. Again, another feature you can take and throw in a recycling bin because it's freaking stupid. Any human should be able to tell that they have a low tire, but in this day and age, I'm glad they do have it because it keeps you and I safer on the roads because of all the stupid people out there. And we know there's a plethora of them. I don't know how truckers and people do the commutes and stuff. I drive like 8 miles round trip every day and I can barely... Everybody just seems like they want to pull out in front of you with no signals, and I don't know. Lately, though, on the highways around here, it's been pretty good. People have not been ass riding like they would in Florida. My mom said I would go to jail in Florida if I had to drive in Florida. Ramsey Yelly Thy 1864. Your rear main seal is leaking in my car. I'm just gonna let it leak. What we think? Hell yeah. Or put a little, if it's a 530 motor, run 1030. There you go. There's a little trick. A little thicker viscosity for you. I've never had any miracle solutions either work. So, I mean, some motor medics and stuff might get you by for a little bit, but all they do is swell all the seals in the whole motor. So it'll stop leaking for a little bit maybe, but what kind of car is it though? If it's an easy rear main, a lot of rear mains aren't that awful, but 90% are. Oh, a great day to be alive, says old Mac. Yes, sir, it is. Ram. All right, Ram. I didn't see that. Sorry about that. Yeah, so here we are now. Tires checked good on that side. I think I'm going to leave the other side alone. Maybe I checked them while I was talking, but either way, we're good. We're good. She's not pulling. It does have a lower splash shield, though, that's a little wonky. It's not dragging like some clapped out Ford Fusion. You see all those freaking Fusions and Escapes. Seems like every Ford that has that pressed fiber diaper underneath its motor, everyone I see going down the road from F-150s down to, I'm taking the freaking longest path ever. And if you didn't notice, right above me up here, I got this all cleaned out. And now I've got a little organizing to do down here, and I've got track lights we're going to be putting up. So I'm going to get rid of all these fluorescents, put in some track lights with separate switches so we can do like freaking light shows and stuff. And then Rob has a couple of bikes we're going to put up here that are smaller kids' bikes. And it's going to look really, really cool. And then like all of these will be gone in the next four weeks. And we'll get a new batch in here. Or from over there, we'll just bring another batch over, chew through those, get those out of here. Because we need to get things cleaned up, folks. Things have got to get more organized. I've taken on too many things that I think I might use. I'm going to mute this. I've got a, I sold a chainsaw today. 3 of them. And well, that was cool for like $70 or so. But anyway, did I ever put the camera back? Huh. I don't know what's going on. 07 Acura MDX. It's a day job. You just gotta run a thing across the top of the motor and suspend the motor and pull the trans. Or if it's an Acura, I guess an all-wheel drive MDX, you just maybe pull the motor would be, I don't know. Drop the whole cradle. I'd research it. It's been a long time. Gotta run. Have a good night. Well, Mac, thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Always a pleasure to see you. Have a good night, bro. We'll see you soon. And I'm going to move this camera here. Y'all can see the splash shield I was talking about. Oh, excuse me. It's not hanging down that super bad. Oh, there I am saying bye to old Mac. Looks really zoomed in. Oh, I guess it should be. But this right here is like, it's not loose. This is pretty stout. It's screwed in everywhere, but this should have 3 bolts and then like a little door. Then you can do your oil filter. But I like it without it because I think it scoops air up into the motor. That's what I look at it as. That's a freaking tricked out, you know, that's trick. Has a little bit of a stabilizer link noise, but it could be the struts too. They're getting a bit tired. No leaks, so pretty good. Oh, the exhaust, we've got a little rattle. That. What the heck? Like there's something in the pipe. Like it's a double wall in the inner wall, or like a piece of MIG weld, you know, like if a piece of wire was in there. I mean, I'm gonna snug these bolts just to make sure. That's so weird. There's no cats, so this side is quiet. Oh, it's just if I hold this, it's quiet. So it's just a flex thingy. Little bit of a leak here. But I mean, or not leak, it's like it looks like it possibly could. Big old freaking huge rear end in this thing. Which if I have oil, we might do a fluid. Might do a rear diff. Might do a, no, I already did the T-case, so we're good there. And I just did the transmission a while ago. So honestly, tonight I just want to drop the oil. It only has like 500, 1,000 miles on it. If I have a filter, I'll do it. I know that's really bad. What a loser. But it is what it is. I've got the oil. I've only got 500 to 1,000 miles on the oil and filter. If I do the oil now and then I'll get it tuned, after I get it tuned, then I sound like such a gomer for saying that. Once I get the ECM reprogrammed, then I'll change the oil and filter again. Make sure we get it clean good. So there's that. Now, why did my camera go out? I'm sorry, folks. Be right back. I did not realize my camera stopped working. It should not have. Had a full battery just a minute ago. Well, this phone, or I'm sorry, this Nikon 7090 HD camera, I have to be out of service now. We'll probably go till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock your time, wherever you are. Or if you're on the West Coast, it's only, what, 6:41. One moment. Sorry about losing the camera there. I haven't read the chat. So there we go. Back to this. There you go. So now you can see the shield if I have any viewers left. Sterling Wheel, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Archimedes, watching this on my porch with a 40 in one hand and a blunt in the other, and a cool breeze blowing up my shorts. Nights like these never get old. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm not going to read those hashtags, and that's a little weird. But hey, we're all a little weird, right, Sterling? Hey now. Sterling is probably driving down the road with no underwear on right now. Guaranteed. Ram says we're CST over here too. Okay, cool. Cool. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. We're gonna drop the oil, see what that looks like. I'm gonna look at, see if I have any 75 140. I'll be up till 0210. Sounds good. I might hit you up on a cellular device. And but yeah, this has been such a great car. I just have never been happier with a junkyard buy. And it came with a clear title and everything, so like it didn't even make it past the door basically. Unless they're good old boys, so no worry there. That headlight does look a little fogged over from here, but it's not. It's clear as a bell. Nice semi-affordable 225/55 17-inch wheels, which in my eyes is like the pinnacle of the perfect tire size, width, just everything about a 225/55 17. 17s are great. I've had to mount and balance a lot of 19s and 20s. I also like 14-inch steel wheels. And 13s are just fine. So, there's that. I'm going to grab a 10 and we'll get that lower shield off. Holy light, I look like freaking Ghost. Jesus Christ. Engine is really good on these. This one, it has a new engine, but the one prior to it had 160K. And I think it was beat heavily. The oil change reminder was like 15K over. The valves, a couple, like 4 of the 6 cylinder. If you take good care of these engines, there's no reason they won't go over 250,000 miles. They're a 250,000 mile motor. They're very, very durable. It's a VQ series. The Nissan is super durable. Tuners and stuff, I guess, say they can get like 600 reliable horsepower out of the bottom end. I'm going to mute this. I'll get to your question, Sterling. Unmuted back here. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I really have a brand for motorcycles. When I raced, I always just ran Valvoline because I changed it every weekend and it was the cheapest at the time. But on this car, I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. I bought Mobile One for it for tonight, $540. I did some research, and I just think for the amount of piss pounding that I do on it, I think $530 is a bit too light with summer coming up. So a lot of tuner, the Z1, like, you know how like there's tuners, there's Roush for, what is it, Ford, and I don't know, some of, what am I trying to say here? Like the main tuner dudes for this motor, this package, like the guys that are at the top of their game, they recommended $540 as well. So especially if we're gonna autocross it, we're gonna beat the piss out of it. We're not. I mean, we don't beat the piss out of it just driving on roads, but I want to autocross it, and that's not beating on a car. It's just driving it. You know, holding it wide open and whatever, that's beating on it. But what we do is not beating. Stillen is what I was going to say, but then aren't they doesn't Stillen kind of spread their wings across multiple brands? I was kind of like trying to be like, you know, this is this, and I don't know what I'm freaking saying anymore. But you know how some people get in bed with manufacturers, brands, so to speak. I'm trying to not think too much. We should get Rob down here for a topic of oil and ask him how often he changes the oil in his race bikes. It's about once a year. He's the least... He does maintain things, but kind of sketchy sometimes. I think he likes to extend his oil changes like I do. Not on this though. My Sienna, I would go thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. Tens of thousands. One time I went almost 30 just to see if it would lock up. It didn't even burn any. It just, when I changed it, I just changed it and it just kept going. Just like, why won't you die? And now today we saw one in the parking lot and at a store, and I'm like, oh my God, I want our old van back so bad. So bad. But it's gone. It's crushed. I have another one just like it. Sorry about the noise. I have another one just like it. We just got to get a transmission put in it. But maybe I can pull some strings with my friend who has a dyno and see what kind of numbers we could get out of this eventually. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think I want to go too far with it. We'll go this way. But it's still comparable, though, to that. I don't know, Sterling. I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the show, but for show, I call it a show because it's a shit show. And my son was asking. That's probably so freaking loud for you guys. He was asking me what the fastest car I've ever owned was, and we had that C4 with the LT4, and I think that's like a mid 13-second quarter mile car. Maybe if you had a good driver, you could pinch off a 1290 at like $112 or something. I don't know. But I think this is comparable. This is probably a mid 13 to low 14 stock. But the ECM reprogram will put it at I don't know, whatever fictitious numbers they want to say. Nothing means anything until you put it on a dyno and you have it on paper. That's it. Period. Done. Conversation over. I don't care what people say. Like, I've always dyno tuned all my bikes because that's the only way to really figure it out is like put it on the wheel, put the numbers on a screen, read your air fuel ratios, get everything just perfect, and then be done. And then that's what it is. Granted, some dynos are going to have varying numbers and so forth, but you know it's tuned. You know, at least you know your numbers, providing the tuner's air fuel sensors and stuff and blah, 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 blah is all legit. You'd be good. Not too bad. So yeah, the air fuel sensors, it probably sounds like I'm taking a leak under here. The air fuel sensors had gotten chewed up by a squirrel. It looks like something just got really mad at them. And I cut them and kind of do as best as I could. But I don't have total faith in them. So I have 2 new Denso air fuel sensors that I want to put in it. I know it's not going to help anything because there's no cats and there's no rear O2 sensors. So the ECM is just like, screw you. But either way, no matter what I do, it's going to need those new sensors. So we might put those in too. I think they're pretty easy to get to. From my memory serves me right. Oh, and I also need a new CV boot. CV axle for the right side. It's the inner one and it's flinging grease onto my header, the exhaust. So after you drive it for a long time, it starts to like, you park it and you're like, oh, what's that smell? Well, that's just burnt CV grease from getting flung all over your friggin' exhaust. Not all over, but it's there. And I'll probably just do an axle because I replaced the left side and I don't think that was worth it. I'd pay $100 for the boot. There just aren't any available aftermarket at all on the planet because of how they shaped it. Really weird. not really weird. It's a very just Nissan thing, and maybe there's some out there. I might shop a little more, but a used, or I'm sorry, a reman axle is like 120 bucks. And it's not like we're putting down crazy power or anything. It's just turning a wheel. That's it. And they're pretty thick axles to begin with. They're not like, they're like typical front wheel drive. And then the rear is like legit. Because I think it's a 70-30 car. Or maybe even 100. And then, because it needs it. It's been a while since I've looked into the Atessa system that this has. Nissan's fancy name, Atessa. Oh, you're so fancy, Nissan. I think the CEO is still on a hiatus, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna double check the drain plug because good. I'm just gonna give it a little white. Give it a little white. Yeah, no leaks at all. I'm thrilled. I am thrilled. Crank seal looks good on the front. Yeah, right. Oh, I should get a picture of that new alternator in there, but... So yeah, I'm working on the video for this car, and everything is going south. Like, I've never had it happen before on my video process, so that sucks. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's say hi to the chat. Probably about 6 comments behind. I like Castrol. Seems to dissipate heat the best. Interesting. Ram, your microphone does a good job at voice isolation. Well, thank you. I appreciate that feedback. I really do. And if it was the other way around, I would still appreciate that. So thank you very much. Ooh. 06 Charger SRT 8. Oh my God. Yeah, that... I've driven a few of those. That would just completely... Those are the tummy ticklers. That's where you get that little tickle in your tummy. This one might do it around a corner or like over a hill, you know, the roller coaster effect, but it's not tickling your tummy from a dead stop. Anthony... Anthony Guavia? ERJ. I am. Oh, hello there. Sorry, trying to get the kids to sleep, so I didn't see you were live. That's all good. That is all good. And Sterling Wheel says 200 feet of saran wrap. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to really think about that one. We were talking about oil, then I went on a tangent. Don't know what... I made it. Tammy the Rancher made it. Hi Tammy, good to see you here. I appreciate you making it, stopping in to say hello. Sterling, I'm still trying to wrap my head around 200 feet of saran wrap. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Or we'll figure it out together when I call you later. Huh. Oh, I'm going to stay live till 9 o'clock, which is 2 more minutes. Holy moly, where does an hour go? And I can't just leave now that Tammy, Cheyenne, Darla, Sterling Wheel, and Anthony Guavia, Ram, and Archimedes with his nuts blown in the wind, apparently. So glad everybody's here. Tammy, Shane, Darla, Tammy saying hi to everybody. We were changing oil on this, and or I did. I just changed it. Now I need to put the screws back in the bottom of it, so we'll do that quick. I'm going to let the microphone just stay on, and we'll see how that works. If I don't drop this. These lower splash shields always seem to get deformed, you know, from people hitting stuff, doing stuff, running over stuff, people leaving stuff in the road. But the other thing I do like, Ford will use 3 different sized Torques on their little diapers from the factory. I've seen it. Nissan will just use all 10s. 10s, ends everywhere, like it should be. The world should be nothing but, cross threads are better than no threads. I don't know if that's gonna like that, so we're just gonna go to the next one. And 10s, 12s, 14s, why do we have to have any? Although taking that 1.4 apart the other night with the what are they called? Security Torques? No, inverted. The ones GM uses that have the little Torques that stick out at you. Those really grip good. We didn't have one single Torques or one single bolt strip or anything. And Luke, the Sprinter dude, Rob says, swears by them and has really good luck with them. I gotta try to line this. There we go. There we go. I just don't like how it's got this bubble. And I would make Tammy, thank you so much, Tammy gifting 5 Rob's Neighbor gift memberships. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate that. Thank you. It means the world to me. It does. It really does. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay, Tammy. You could bring it here, Cheyenne, and just do it. I'll live stream it. Bring your kiddos. I'll run out. We'll play outside, and I'll just leave you to the shop. We'll go up to Rob's house, and I'll send them on rides down his staircase on snowboards. They'll love it. We'll pad it with blankets and stuff. That is pretty cool, Cheyenne. I have 14 people watching right now. That's awesome. I'm going to back up here a little bit because I missed some. Fill with grease, wrap the axle. Oh, that's brilliant. 200 feet of saran wrap. CV boot repair done. I will be live for longer than that, Tammy. It's inevitable. The gang is all here, says Ram. Heck yeah, they are. And you, welcome in. I appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you so much. Sterling Wheel, Dusty, Unk, Tone K2, David Richard, Renegade's Garage all received memberships from Tammy the Rancher. Thank you so much. Again, so much. Welcome new members. Cheyenne's just laughing. My car would not make that trip, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. It would be fun to stream it, though. Yes. Yes, and you have 2 4-year-olds, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they're twins. I would assume they're twins to have 2 of the same age, which is even cooler. But if they're not, and they're just similar in age, let me know. Please let me know if that's cool. I love kids. Aw, thanks, Tammy. Hi, Shaniqua. Am I missing some? Your audio is perfect. Thank you, Sterling. I appreciate the feedback. I really do. I'm glad to hear that it's taken almost 2 years to get that dialed in. So you get the tools, put me on live, and I'll walk you through it, says Tammy. We will laugh our asses off. Yes, twin 4-year-olds. Oh my gosh, they are twins. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. It's like double the cuteness. They're only going to be 4 for 1 year, and then they're going to have to be 5, and then they're going to be 6, and then they're going to be 12, and then they're going to be gone. Like, it's so freaking fast. So again, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here, but it just drives me nuts sometimes when people are like, oh my God, my 2-year-old is like, it's like, your 2-year-old is going to be 3 in a year. So just chill and deal with it, love it, embrace it, or fix it. but appreciate it and love it because so many people told me that it goes by so fast. And I knew it did, and it was. But now that we're here at this point, like at age 12 or just turned 13, it's like, holy crap, a decade. Those 10 years went so fast compared to 0 to 30. Like 0 to 30 was just like, whoa. And then like the last 10 have been literally a blink. But I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I would trade him for your 2 4-year-olds for a day or two. They do grow so fast. Cheyenne says, you don't care anymore if I call you whatever, right? Shane Shainerton. Shane Shainerton. That's such a funny name. Oh my God. Tammy, it would honestly be pretty fun. Yes, it would. You could let the oil just go on the floor and then we'll let the 4-year-olds clean it up. Got to change my 3-year-old's oil every damn day. Yep. A 3-year-old's, that's right on the age of the diaper, off of the diaper. So hopefully you can, 2 of them. Oh my gosh. I love it most of the time. My kids drive me absolutely insane, Chance. You can call me whatever. Okay, cool. It'll either be that or that. It won't be anything else. It might be Shane Shainerton because that is absolutely fun to say. I'm not going to lie. I do enjoy saying. Tammy says, Rob's neighbor. No, that would make a mess. LOL. Yes, it would. It would make a huge mess. And then watching 2 4-year-olds try to wipe it up would be so fun. Probably against a lot of violations, but we can wrap them in saran wrap. There you go, Sterling. We'll fix the CV boot, wrap a couple kids in saran wrap, let them clean the oil. Now we're having fun. Now we're talking. I don't know about these air fuel sensors, though. My motivation level is really dipping. But we'll take a look and see. I think they're just right here, and I can just drop a socket down and just get them out that easy. Yeah, right. Who are we kidding here? Yeah, I think this is going to be a through the wheel well access. Nope. I think this is going to be a hoist again. We got a hoist again. Sometimes you just got to hoist it and the music stopped too. It's way back. I mean, you get a little frustrated because it's like, oh my gosh, why do they cram this stuff in here? But it's really not that crammed. It really isn't. It looks worse than what it is. You just got to know how to finagle your way. I think. Oh, there it is, right there. Oh, there it is. We should start a Wisconsin Youper song called "Ope." Oh, there it is. Oh my God. Now, let's see if I have a socket that will fit. Where I just used it. That's the famous words, right? Oh, there it is. So we've got some O2 sensor sockets. We'll just play with them to see which one that works, sort of. I like that though, actually. I really like that one. That fits too. That's kind of nice. Always good to have some options. That's a little shorter. Here's like a half moon dealio. Oh, that fits too, but that's really off center. So you're going to need a much larger sweep. of a utensil to get that off. That's way too big. This one's kind of neat. You got to put that through it. That's not the right size anyway, so that's cool. Good to know. What's this one? This is just a socket. 27 millimeter socket. With no way to get any. Maybe it's just interesting. Maybe that's just a getter outer and not a putter inner. Never know. So we've got those two. I am most likely not going to live stream that. And I am going to get a funnel. And at least, I'm not going to live stream me pouring oil back in it either, most likely, just because I'll likely spill it. And the camera can probably pick you up from there, bud. So let me just, okay, well, hold on. My son is in here. It looks like he just walked out of the Twilight Zone. Wearing a snowmobile jacket and pajama pants. And your hair is poofed out. Did you get electrocuted? There's a chance you did. It could be static. It's always going to be curly. Well, hold on, let me mute this quick. Well, that's very nice of you, but I was all right, Junior's gone he just came out to tell me he was going to bed, but what is it? See, that's why I was going to be done at 9. Okay, well, it's only 9. See, 9:11. Oh my gosh, every time I check the clock today, 12:11, 3:11, 9:11. Somebody call 911. What's that? That rap song? Oh boy. Where are we here? Making messes with oil. Yes, you're. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just said making a mess with oil. All right. And we're talking about. I'm going to just stop talking for a minute here. Love that you have a lift in your shop. So awesome. Thank you, Tammy. It is. I like it. It is very nice. I just wish it was on the other side. But again, I can only occupy so much space at once. As you can see, I've just, yeah. Oh, we don't need another one. I would like a. No, I don't. I was just going to say I'd like a bigger one, but then I'd have to work on bigger stuff, and I don't want to. So that's what I like is when people say, can you do a clutch on a 1-ton dually farm truck? Nope. My hoist won't lift it. I wouldn't want to do it. Something smells like it's burning, though. I wonder if... I'm just going to go outside quick and do a little... Dude, what's burning? You smell that? Like, it smells like something's burning. It smells more in here. I don't know. All right, what were you just playing with the cats? Okay, I'll be right up, bud. All right. I'm gonna be up in like 5 minutes. You won't be asleep yet. If you're asleep in 5 minutes, that's a miracle, and I want to know how you do that. So does everybody else in the chat. Everybody wants to know how you fall asleep in 5 minutes. But you can't. I don't know. Now I don't smell it. Anyway, I'm just weird about fires. I think that's normal, right? Is that pretty normal? I think so. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. Shane saying hi to Harley. Tammy says, "'Tis true." Tammy is saying, "Shane, how were your tacos tonight?" Caitlin says, "Speaking of which, I need to take a picture of him and send it to Casey because she's back at school." Cool. I don't think I know at all. that might be a chat thing. Speaking of which, I need a picture. Oh, there it is. Ha ha ha. I've never said that before in my entire life. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. I bet you have, right? You're laughing. I'm guessing. We all know that you have, Tammy. Shane says, Tammy, absolutely amazing. Ate too much, but I'm fat and happy, so that's fine. Hey, that's awesome. Holy cow, I'm way behind. I'm way behind. Tammy says, Shane, awesome. I made fajitas on Sunday afternoon. Last meal, I got to feed my grandson before he becomes a soldier. That is awesome. And again, thank you to your grandson for his service to this amazing country. And yeah, thank you. I just can't thank him and you and everybody that has served, will serve, is serving, past, present, and future. He left for boot camp today. I'm sad and happy. Click clack says, hey, Gary. Tammy says, Rob's neighbor, it's because my grandson joined the army today. That is awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations. Yes, you said that last night or 2 nights ago we were talking about that. Yeah, that is so awesome. Congratulations. Well, thank him so much for his service. That's awesome. Tammy, just think of the happy love. Put the worries in a box for another day. Yes. Tammy says, damn it, I need a clutch on mine soon too, LOL. Oh, really? That sucks. Clutches are cheaper than transmissions. That's one way to look at it. Clutches are cheaper than transmission. I have more worries, but that is a story for another day. Yep. Casey's my younger sister. Oh, cool, Caitlin. Caitlin Owens the Seal. Casey's my younger sister. Very cool. There are lots of chat things, yeah. Angry D! What the? What's up, boss Alina? Finally caught one, huh? Dane, Darla, Tammy. That's awesome. Everybody's saying hi to Angry D. What's up, Angry D? We just did an oil change on this, and my son came out to say goodnight, so I got to run up to the house here in a bit and talk to him and say goodnight. But I don't know where there it is. This one's a little closer. Let's give Angry D a quick little shot of some of the chaos going on in here. Sold this Ninja that I was going to sell. I'm actually going to sell it back to the original owner, who, it's a long story for another day. This RM250, we got some plugged power valves on, sticky power valves. That's Vince's motor over there, everybody. That's Storm Chaser Vince Waltie's 5.3 that we're going to take apart one of these days. Or maybe it'll sit there all summer if it's a busy summer, which is cool. Shitbox Virago, shitbox. I don't even know what this bike is, honestly. It's a V4 Cruiser. The dude's put like 90,000 miles on it. Oh, we were talking about the veterans earlier. I wanted to show this to Mike Ball because, yeah, look at freaking clothes and shit hanging on this. This is a cool bike, an old Goldwing, but 1st Battalion, 9th Marines, The Walking Dead. I can't pronounce what that says, but I did some research on the 1st Battalion, 9th Marines, and that's literally what they were called, and these guys were the real deal. Not that anybody else isn't, but it's just really cool. The paint is a little deep. It's hard to see, but it's really a nice paint job. Anyway, that's what we're doing. We did an oil change on the G37 with burnt test pipes and ARK exhaust. Like 300 plus horsepower, bro. Freaking race wars, bro. Where's your SR20? Such an idiot. Oh, man. Holy cow, I thought he had a core on it. He does, $300. $300. Which is fine. I don't know. It might actually be worth it to keep it if he wants some spare, like the... I don't know. It probably isn't. But we'll take it apart, put it back together, or we'll just shove it in a trailer. And yeah, I only say that to be silly, Tammy. I'd never talk like that unless I'm trying to be silly. But no, I would never say that to a person if I met them in person. Unless we're joking. Totally gonna say it then. And this whole tuner car shit is just laughable to me. All these exhaust pipes and Civics, and it's just funny. I'm a middle-aged single dad, and it's just funny the attention that a four-door sedan garners with exhaust. Just keep the damn thing for that. Rebuild it yourself. Exactly. Man, I say dude all the time. I do too. I say dude a lot. Dude is probably one of my favorite words, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude? And I like to get on, you know what I'm saying, excuse me, rants like J-Rock and Trailer Park Boys. You know what I'm saying? When he gets on his, you know what I'm saying, rants, he can just go and go and go and go and go, and it's freaking hilarious. But that's like how I'm talking right now. I need to go and spend the rest of the evening with Junior, or I will put oil here. I never in my life have ever not put oil in a car. But I have seen somebody put double oil in a car, drive it for 3,000 miles, get it traded in because it didn't have any power. That was kind of funny. Anywho, I really, really appreciate all you dudes and dudettes for stopping by, having another evening with me here in the shop. Didn't bring a ton of value, hopefully some kind of entertainment in some form, but this is just a cool car. I really enjoy the fact that it's been really reliable for us so far. And I was looking at new riding mowers the other day at Farm and Fleet just for the hell of it because I was there and they were all lined up and I'm like walking. I didn't stop. But I just looked at price tags and I just saw a couple of just, you know, little normal riding mowers for like $3,000. $3,000? That's way more than I have in this whole car. So it's just unbelievable how much stuff costs and what value you get out of that stuff. Is that $3,000 lawnmower going to last as long as the $800 Murray my grandpa bought in '89? No, it won't. So when I can take a car like this that was made during an era of longevity, of when things were built with good precision and lasting in mind, you know, before they started cutting so many corners and just cheapening everything to the last bottom dollar, I feel like I won to a certain degree by... This is a winning package. This is a car that will last a decade or more with nothing. And no payments, cheap insurance, all-wheel drive. Perfect. I'm so happy. And I'm happy for all of you for stopping by. Tammy, thank you for the gifted membership so much. And I want to list everybody off, but I told Junior I'd be in 5 minutes ago. So have a good night, everybody. I'll catch up with the chat here real quick, though. Yeah, we're not saying bro. Just keep... Okay, rebuild the motor. Yep, I think maybe he might do that. My neighbors think they got race cars, loud-ass mufflers and shit. That's funny. I know, I hate starting this in the morning. I hate starting it because, like, it rattles the wall in my shop. But I just wonder what my neighbors are... Like, who cares? Rob's way up on the hill. He can't hear me, but it's the other neighbors that live, like... perpendicular. They're the ones. So anyway, good night, folks. Bye, everybody. It's a Cub Cadet zero-turn tractable. Those are nice. That's nice. And you paid whatever 19 years ago. If it's still working, that's a freaking value. That's huge value. Much love to you all. Thank you again so much. Peace.